Property and Casualty Exam Prep Guide PDF. Question 1. A no-fault auto insurance state requires: Option A, the at-fault driver to pay all damages. Option B, each driver's own insurance to pay their medical expenses and lost wages regardless of fault. Option C, no insurance required. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, only liability coverage. No fault, PIP, states require first-party coverage for injuries regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 2. Liberalization clause in a policy means: Option A, the insurer can reduce coverage. Option B, if the insurer broadens coverage without additional premium, existing policies automatically receive the benefit. Option C, the insured can cancel. Option D, premiums increase. The correct answer is option A, the insurer can reduce coverage. Liberalization automatically extends improvements. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 3. The statute of limitations for filing a property insurance lawsuit is typically: Option A, 6 months. Option B, 1 to 2 years from the date of loss. Option C, 5 years. Option D, 10 years. The correct answer is option D, 10 years. The time limit varies by state but is typically 1 to 2 years as stated in the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 4. The duty to defend in a CGL policy means the insurer: Option A, pays all claims regardless of coverage. Option B, provides a legal defense against covered claims, even if groundless. Option C, only pays settlements. Option D, defends only criminal cases. The correct answer is option D, defends only criminal cases. The duty to defend is triggered by allegations potentially within coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 5. The supplemental extended reporting period, TAIL, Option A, is free. Option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Option C, has no time limit and is automatic. Option D, only applies to property claims. The correct answer is option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Supplemental ERP offers extended reporting for an additional premium. Question 6. The PAP's other insurance clause for liability typically provides: Option A, pro rata sharing with other policies. Option B, that the PAP is excess over other collectible insurance for non-owned vehicles. Option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. Option D, primary coverage always. The correct answer is option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. For non-owned vehicles, the PAP is typically excess over other collectible insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 7. The self-insured retention, SIR, under an umbrella policy: Option A, is the same as a deductible. Option B, is the amount the insured pays before the umbrella responds when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, is paid by the insurer. Option D, is refundable. The correct answer is option A, is the same as a deductible. SIR applies to losses covered by the umbrella but not by underlying insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 8. A claims-made liability policy covers claims that are: Option A, caused by an occurrence during the policy period, regardless of when reported. Option B, first made against the insured during the policy period. Option C, made at any time after the policy expires. Option D, reported before the policy begins. The correct answer is option B, first made against the insured during the policy period. Claims-made policies cover claims first made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred, subject to retroactive date. Question 9. The liquor liability exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, host liquor liability. Option B, liability for businesses that manufacture, sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages. Option C, all alcohol-related claims. Option D, only claims against bars. The correct answer is option C, all alcohol-related claims. The exclusion applies to those in the alcohol business, not social hosts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 10. A total loss in auto insurance occurs when: Option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. Option B, the repair cost plus salvage value equals or exceeds the vehicle's ACV. Option C, the insured decides not to repair. Option D, the insurer decides. The correct answer is option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. A total loss is determined by comparing repair cost to ACV. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 11. The damage to your work exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, all completed work. Option B, property damage to the insured's completed work arising from the work itself. Option C, only construction work. Option D, only manufacturing work. The correct answer is option A, all completed work. Faulty workmanship is generally excluded, but damage to other property resulting from the faulty work may be covered. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 12. The CGL policy's expected or intended injury exclusion excludes option A, all injuries, option B, bodily injury or property damage that is expected or intended from the insured's standpoint, option C, only criminal acts, option D, only intentional torts. The correct answer is option A, all injuries. Intentional acts by the insured are excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, option A, is a federal regulatory agency, option B, drafts model insurance laws and regulations for state adoption, option C, sells insurance to the public, option D, is an insurance company. The correct answer is option D, is an insurance company. The NAIC is an organization of state insurance regulators that develops model laws and standards. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 14. A commercial auto policies who is an insured provision includes option A, only the named insured, option B, the named insured and anyone using a covered auto with permission, option C, only employees driving company vehicles, option D, only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D, only the vehicle owner. Permissive users of covered autos are insureds under the liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 15. Uninsured motorist, coverage typically pays for option A, damage to the insured's vehicle from a hit-and-run driver, option B, bodily injury to the insured caused by an uninsured or hit-and-run driver, option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states, option D, all hit-and-run property damage. The correct answer is option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states. Primarily covers bodily injury from uninsured motorists. Some states also have property damage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 16. The general aggregate limit in a CGL policy is option A, the per occurrence limit, option B, the maximum paid for all covered losses during the policy period, except products completed operations, option C, the medical payments limit, option D, the deductible. The correct answer is option B, the maximum paid for all covered losses during the policy period, except products completed operations. The general aggregate caps total non-products claims. Question 17. The modified comparative negligence rule means a plaintiff can recover if option A, they are less than 51% at fault, in most states using this rule, option B, they are any percentage at fault, option C, they are 0% at fault, option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. The correct answer is option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. Under the 50% rule, the plaintiff must be 50% or less at fault to recover. Under the 51% rule, they must be less than 51%. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 18. The DP3, Dwelling Property 3, form provides option A, named perils for the dwelling, option B, open perils for the dwelling and named perils for personal property, option C, no coverage, option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, no coverage. DP3 is the special form, providing open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 19. A physical hazard is best described as option A, dishonest behavior by the insured, option B, a physical condition that increases the likelihood of a loss, option C, carelessness or indifference to loss, option D, legal conditions that increase loss frequency. The correct answer is option D, legal conditions that increase loss frequency. Physical hazards are tangible conditions like icy sidewalks or faulty wiring. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 20. A commercial property policy's fire department service charge coverage. Option A, pays the fire department's annual budget. Option B, pays charges assessed by the fire department for responding to a covered loss. Option C, is never included. Option D, pays for fire trucks. The correct answer is option C, is never included. This coverage pays fire department service charges, often without a deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 21. Ride-sharing, TNC, coverage gaps are addressed by option A, standard PAPs automatically, option B, endorsements or separate policies that cover the period when the driver is logged into the app but has not accepted a ride, option C, commercial policies only with no other options, option D, no available coverage. The correct answer is option B. Endorsements or separate policies that cover the period when the driver is logged into the app but has not accepted a ride. Standard PAPs exclude livery. TNC endorsements or hybrid policies fill the coverage gap. Question 22. Earthquake coverage in a homeowner's policy is: option A, automatically included; option B, excluded but may be added by endorsement or separate policy; option C, included for all perils; option D, only available in California. The correct answer is option C, included for all perils. Earthquake is excluded in standard HO policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 23. A surplus lines insurer. Option A, writes coverage for standard risks. Option B, writes coverage for risks that standard insurers will not accept. Option C, is always a domestic insurer. Option D, does not need to be licensed. The correct answer is option B, writes coverage for risks that standard insurers will not accept. Surplus lines insurers provide coverage for unusual or high-risk exposures that admitted insurers decline. Question 24. A commercial property policy's abandonment provision. Option A, requires the insured to abandon damaged property. Option B, states the insured may not abandon property to the insurer. Option C, allows the insured to demand the insurer accept the property. Option D, has no effect on the policy. The correct answer is option B, states the insured may not abandon property to the insurer. The insured cannot abandon damaged property and demand a total loss settlement. Question 25. Symbol 8 in a business auto policy designates: option A, any auto; option B, hired autos only; option C, specifically described autos; option D, non-owned autos. The correct answer is option D, non-owned autos. Symbol 8 covers hired, leased, rented, borrowed autos. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 26. Service interruption coverage, utility services, covers: option A, all utility failures; option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications; option C, only power failures; option D, utility equipment damage. The correct answer is option B, business interruption from loss of utility services, power, water, communications. This covers business interruption when utility services are interrupted by a covered cause of loss. Question 27. A dram shop law imposes liability on: option A, the intoxicated person only; option B, establishments that serve alcohol to visibly intoxicated persons or minors who then cause injury; option C, only the manufacturer; option D, only the driver. The correct answer is option D, only the driver. Dram shop laws hold alcohol vendors liable for injuries caused by their intoxicated patrons. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 28. The liberalization clause in a property policy. Option A, increases premiums. Option B, automatically applies any broadening of coverage if the insurer adopts a broader form. Option C, cancels the policy. Option D, reduces coverage. The correct answer is option C, cancels the policy. Liberalization automatically extends improved coverage to existing policies without additional premium. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 29. Unoccupancy differs from vacancy in that an unoccupied building: option A, has no contents; option B, has contents but no people; option C, is completely empty; option D, is always excluded from coverage. The correct answer is option B, has contents but no people. Unoccupancy means the absence of people, vacancy means the absence of both people and contents. Question 30. Truckers coverage form is designed for: option A, businesses that own trucks but are not for hire carriers; option B, for hire trucking companies that transport goods for others; option C, only local delivery; option D, only private passenger vehicles. The correct answer is option C, only local delivery. Truckers forms are for motor carriers transporting property for hire. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 31. A drop-down provision in an umbrella policy means: option A, the umbrella covers all losses from the first dollar; option B, the umbrella provides coverage when an underlying policy's limits are exhausted or the loss is not covered by underlying insurance; option C, the policy drops in coverage; option D, the premium drops. The correct answer is option B, the umbrella provides coverage when an underlying policy's limits are exhausted or the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Drop-down coverage fills gaps when underlying limits are exhausted or a loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Question 32. Conditional renewal means: option A, the policy renews automatically; option B, the policy is renewed with conditions such as increased premiums or reduced coverage; Option C. The policy is cancelled. Option D. No renewal is offered. The correct answer is option D. No renewal is offered. Conditional renewal imposes changes as a condition of renewal. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 33. Subrogation allows the insurer to: Option A. Cancel the policy at any time. Option B. Pursue recovery from a negligent third party after paying the insured's claim. Option C. Deny all claims. Option D. Increase premiums retroactively. The correct answer is option A. Cancel the policy at any time. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 34. An appraisal clause in a property policy is used to: Option A. Determine the premium. Option B. Resolve disputes over the value of damaged property. Option C. Assess the insured's credit score. Option D. Determine liability. The correct answer is option A. Determine the premium. Appraisal is an alternative dispute resolution process where each party selects an appraiser. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 35. The commercial auto policy's limit of insurance section states: Option A. Unlimited coverage. Option B. The limits shown are the maximum payable regardless of the number of vehicles, insureds, or claims. Option C. Per vehicle limits only. Option D. No aggregate limit. The correct answer is option A. Unlimited coverage. The limit is the maximum payable per occurrence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 36. Betterment in auto physical damage claims. Option A. Improves the vehicle. Option B. Reduces the claim payment when new parts increase the vehicle's value compared to before the loss. Option C. Increases the settlement. Option D. Has no effect. The correct answer is option C. Increases the settlement. Betterment reduces the settlement to avoid putting the insured in a better position. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 37. The loss payable clause in a property policy. Option A. Names the insured. Option B. Designates who receives the loss payment, example, a loss payee. Option C. States the premium. Option D. Lists exclusions. The correct answer is option D. Lists exclusions. The loss payable clause identifies a loss payee, such as a lender, entitled to receive claim payments. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 38. Liability imposed by law without regard to fault or negligence is called: Option A. Vicarious liability. Option B. Strict, absolute, liability. Option C. General liability. Option D. Premises liability. The correct answer is option D. Premises liability. Strict liability applies to inherently dangerous activities, regardless of the degree of care exercised. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 39. Liquor liability insurance covers: Option A. All alcohol-related incidents. Option B. Bodily injury and property damage caused by an intoxicated person served alcohol by the insured business. Option C. The insured's own alcohol consumption. Option D. Only property damage. The correct answer is option D. Only property damage. Liquor liability covers businesses that sell, serve, or furnish alcohol for claims arising from their alcohol service. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 40. The term stock in a commercial property policy refers to: Option A. Shares of ownership. Option B. Merchandise held for sale, raw materials, and work in progress. Option C. Equipment. Option D. Real estate. The correct answer is option C. Equipment. Stock is the insured's inventory, raw materials, goods in process, and finished goods. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 41. Ordinance or law coverage in a commercial property policy can cover: Option A. No building code upgrades. Option B. The increased cost of complying with building codes after a loss, coverage A, B, and C. Option C. Only demolition costs. Option D. Only legal fees. The correct answer is option D. Only legal fees. Ordinance or law coverage includes demolition, increased cost of construction, and loss to the undamaged portion. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 42. A newly acquired auto has automatic coverage under a PAP for: Option A. The full policy term without notice. Option B. A limited period, typically 14 days, if the insured notifies the insurer. Option C. No coverage until added to the policy. Option D. 30 days regardless of notification. The correct answer is option C. No coverage until added to the policy. Newly acquired autos have automatic coverage for a short period, provided the insured notifies the insurer. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 43. An insurer's certificate of authority is: Option A. A license to sell insurance in the state. Option B. A producer's license. Option C. A certificate of insurance. Option D. An adjuster's license. The correct answer is option B. A producer's license. A certificate of authority is the state's authorization for an insurer to do business. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 44. A representation in an insurance application is a statement that is: option A, guaranteed to be absolutely true. Option B, true to the best of the applicant's knowledge. Option C, a legally binding warranty. Option D, always considered a material fact. The correct answer is option B, true to the best of the applicant's knowledge. A representation is a statement believed to be true. A warranty is a statement guaranteed to be literally true, and breach of warranty can void coverage. Question 45. The CGL policies who is an insured provision includes: option A, only the named insured. Option B, the named insured, employees, and certain other persons and organizations. Option C, anyone who is injured. Option D, only corporations. The correct answer is option D, only corporations. Insureds include the named insured, employees, for acts within scope, and certain additional insureds. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 46. An insurance commissioner, director/superintendent, is responsible for: option A, selling insurance. Option B, enforcing state insurance laws and regulations. Option C, setting all insurance rates. Option D, writing model laws. The correct answer is option A, selling insurance. The commissioner enforces laws, licenses companies and agents, and oversees market conduct. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 47. Part A of a personal auto policy, PAP, provides: option A, medical payments coverage. Option B, liability coverage, bodily injury and property damage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, physical damage coverage. The correct answer is option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Part A is liability coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 48. General damages compensate for: option A, measurable financial losses. Option B, non-economic losses such as pain and suffering. Option C, medical expenses. Option D, property damage. The correct answer is option C, medical expenses. General damages are intangible, non-economic losses not easily quantified. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 49. The Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act covers: option A, railroad workers. Option B, maritime workers who are not seamen, dock workers, harbor workers. Option C, federal employees. Option D, agricultural workers. The correct answer is option A, railroad workers. The LAOCA covers maritime workers who are not covered by the Jones Act. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 50. After a total loss, the PAP pays: option A, the full policy limit. Option B, the actual cash value of the vehicle at the time of loss, less the deductible. Option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Option D, the amount owed on the loan. The correct answer is option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Total loss settlement is ACV minus the deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 51. A builder's risk policy covers: option A, completed buildings. Option B, buildings under construction and materials on site. Option C, liability only. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, workers' compensation. Builder's risk covers buildings in the course of construction, including materials and equipment. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 52. The transportation expenses coverage in a commercial auto policy provides: option A, employee commuting costs. Option B, temporary substitute transportation while a covered auto is being repaired. Option C, fuel costs. Option D, all travel expenses. The correct answer is option A, employee commuting costs. Transportation expense coverage pays for a temporary substitute vehicle. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 53. The CGL policy's supplementary payments include: option A, the judgment amount. Option B, costs taxed against the insured, prejudgment interest, and reasonable expenses incurred at the insurer's request. Option C, the deductible. Option D, attorney fees for the insured's personal attorney. The correct answer is option D, attorney fees for the insured's personal attorney. Supplementary payments cover certain defense-related costs in addition to limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 54. The CGL policies who is an insured provision includes all except: option A, the named insured, individual or organization. Option B, employees acting within the scope of employment. Option C, customers on the premises. Option D, newly acquired organizations, for a limited time. The correct answer is option C, customers on the premises. Customers are not insureds under the CGL, they are third-party claimants. Question 55. The term Bailey liability refers to, option A, the Bailey's liability for damage to customers' property, option B, the customer's liability, option C, the insurer's liability, option D, no liability. The correct answer is option D, no liability. Baileys are legally liable for damage to property in their care, custody, and control. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 56. Implied authority refers to, option A, authority explicitly written in the contract, option B, authority that is reasonably necessary to carry out express authority, option C, authority the agent assumes, option D, authority granted by the insured. The correct answer is option D, authority granted by the insured. Implied authority flows from express authority and includes actions necessary to perform the agent's duties. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 57. Coverage A of the CGL policy provides, option A, personal and advertising injury, option B, bodily injury and property damage liability, option C, medical payments, option D, products completed operations only. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury and property damage liability. Coverage A covers buy and PD caused by an occurrence to which the policy applies. Question 58. A retrospective rating plan for workers' compensation, option A, has a fixed premium, option B, adjusts the final premium after the policy period based on actual losses, option C, only reduces premium, option D, has no premium. The correct answer is option A, has a fixed premium. Retro plans adjust premium based on actual loss experience. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 59. Custom equipment in a vehicle is covered under a PAP. Option A, unlimited. Option B, up to a sublimit, typically $1,000 to $5,000, unless additional coverage is purchased. Option C, fully covered under standard limits. Option D, not covered at all. The correct answer is option A, unlimited. Standard PAPs have limited coverage for custom equipment. Additional coverage can be purchased. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 60. A vehicle used for delivery services, pizza, packages, under a PAP, option A, is always covered. Option B, may be excluded under the business use exclusion unless endorsed. Option C, is fully covered for all business uses. Option D, requires a commercial policy only. The correct answer is option D, requires a commercial policy only. Business use of a personal vehicle may be excluded. Delivery endorsements or commercial policies may be needed. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 61. The named insured in a PAP includes, option A, only the person listed on the declarations, option B, the person listed and their spouse if residing in the same household, option C, all household members, option D, only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D, only the vehicle owner. The named insured includes the listed individual and their resident spouse. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 62. Bailey's customers insurance covers, option A, the Bailey's own property, option B, customers' property in the Bailey's care, regardless of negligence, option C, only property damaged by fire, option D, the Bailey's liability. The correct answer is option A, the Bailey's own property. Bailey's customers' policies cover damage to customers' goods without requiring proof of negligence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 63. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, was created because, option A, flood coverage is always included in homeowners' policies, option B, private insurers were unwilling to provide affordable flood insurance, option C, the government wanted to profit from flood insurance, option D, floods never cause significant damage. The correct answer is option D, floods never cause significant damage. The NFIP fills the gap left by the private market's unwillingness to cover flood risk. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 64. Flood coverage for a homeowner is available through, option A, standard homeowners policies, option B, the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or private flood insurers, option C, only FEMA grants, option D, automatically with mortgage. The correct answer is option D, automatically with mortgage. Flood is excluded from standard policies and requires separate NFIP or private coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 65. A consent to settle clause in a liability policy, option A, allows the insurer to settle without the insured's consent, option B, requires the insurer to obtain the insured's consent before settling a claim, option C, prevents all settlements, Option D allows the insured to demand settlement. The correct answer is option C, prevents all settlements. Some policies require the insured's consent to settle, protecting the insured's reputation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 66. The exclusive remedy provision of workers' compensation means, option A, the employee can also sue the employer. Option B, workers' compensation benefits are the employee's sole remedy against the employer. Option C, the employer has no liability. Option D, the employee must pay for their own treatment. The correct answer is option C, the employer has no liability. Exclusive remedy bars employee lawsuits against the employer for covered injuries. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 67. Risk retention as a risk management technique means, option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Option B, avoiding the risk entirely. Option C, accepting the risk and bearing the financial consequences. Option D, reducing the risk through safety measures. The correct answer is option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Risk retention involves accepting the financial consequences of a loss oneself. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 68. The other insurance clause in a commercial auto policy typically provides that, option A, the policy is always primary. Option B, for owned autos, the policy is primary. For non-owned, it may be excess. Option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. Option D, all policies share equally. The correct answer is option D, all policies share equally. For owned autos, the policy is primary. For non-owned autos, the policy may be excess. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. Which of the following is considered a speculative risk? Option A, a house fire. Option B, a car theft. Option C, investing in the stock market. Option D, a liability lawsuit. The correct answer is option B, a car theft. Speculative risk involves a chance of both profit and loss. Pure risks, which are insurable, only involve the chance of loss or no loss. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 70. The risk-based capital requirements for insurers, option A, have no effect. Option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. Option C, reduce capital requirements. Option D, only apply to life insurers. The correct answer is option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. RBC ensures insurers have adequate capital to support their risk. Question 71. The standard deductible under an HO3 policy for wind/hail losses is often, option A, a flat dollar amount. Option B, a percentage of the dwelling coverage, in some coastal areas. Option C, no deductible. Option D, the same as other perils. The correct answer is option A, a flat dollar amount. Wind/hail deductibles may be percentage-based in coastal areas. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 72. An experience modification factor in workers' compensation, option A, has no effect on premium. Option B, adjusts premium based on the employer's loss experience compared to industry average. Option C, always increases premium. Option D, always decreases premium. The correct answer is option D, always decreases premium. Experience mod reflects the employer's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 73. The PAP's no benefit to Bailey provision means, option A, a Bailey has no coverage under the policy. Option B, the policy does not benefit a Bailey for loss to the vehicle while in their custody. Option C, Baileys are automatically covered. Option D, Baileys pay the premium. The correct answer is option B, the policy does not benefit a Bailey for loss to the vehicle while in their custody. This provision prevents auto repair shops and similar businesses from benefiting from the owner's policy. Question 74. A foreign insurer is one that is, option A, incorporated in the state. Option B, incorporated in another state. Option C, incorporated in another country. Option D, unlicensed. The correct answer is option C, incorporated in another country. Foreign insurers are domestic in one state but doing business in another state. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 75. Experience rating in commercial auto insurance. Option A, uses only the insured's past loss experience to modify the premium. Option B, has no impact on premium. Option C, is only for new businesses. Option D, guarantees lower premiums. The correct answer is option D, guarantees lower premiums. Experience rating adjusts premiums based on the insured's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 76. An arbitration clause in an insurance policy. Option A, requires litigation. Option B, requires disputes to be resolved by a neutral third party outside of court. Option C is optional. Option D has no legal effect. The correct answer is option D has no legal effect. Arbitration is binding and avoids court proceedings. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 77. Endorsements to a property policy. Option A cannot change the policy. Option B add, delete, or modify coverage in the policy. Option C are always optional. Option D never affect the premium. The correct answer is option D never affect the premium. Endorsements, or riders, modify the standard policy form to meet the insured's specific needs. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 78. Under a coinsurance clause with an 80% requirement, if a building worth $200,000 is insured for $120,000 and a $40,000 loss occurs, the insurer will pay, option A, $40,000, option B, $30,000, option C, $20,000, option D, $10,000. The correct answer is option C, $20,000. $120,000 / $200,000 times 0.80 times $40,000 equals $120,000 / $160,000 times $40,000 equals 0.75 times $40,000 equals $30,000. Question 79. The PAP's out-of-state coverage provision. Option A voids coverage when driving in other states. Option B automatically adjusts liability limits to meet the financial responsibility laws of the state where the accident occurs. Option C reduces coverage in other states. Option D requires purchasing additional coverage. The correct answer is option C, reduces coverage in other states. The PAP conforms to the minimum required limits of the state where the accident occurs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 80. The PAP's automatic termination provision terminates coverage. Option A, at the end of the policy period. Option B, when the insured obtains other insurance on the covered auto. Option C, when the premium is paid. Option D, at the agent's discretion. The correct answer is option D, at the agent's discretion. If the insured obtains other insurance on a covered auto, the PAP automatically terminates on the effective date of the new policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 81. The products recall exclusion in the CGL excludes. Option A, all product-related claims. Option B, the cost to recall, repair, or replace defective products. Option C, only food products. Option D, only automotive products. The correct answer is option B, the cost to recall, repair, or replace defective products. Recall costs are excluded, separate recall insurance may be available. Question 82. A commercial articles coverage form, inland marine, covers. Option A, real estate. Option B, scheduled, high-value items such as fine arts, jewelry, and cameras. Option C, automobiles. Option D, inventory only. The correct answer is option A, real estate. Commercial articles floaters cover scheduled items of high value. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 83. Coverage F of a homeowner's policy provides. Option A, personal liability. Option B, medical payments to others. Option C, dwelling coverage. Option D, personal property. The correct answer is option A, personal liability. Coverage F is medical payments to others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 84. The household exclusion in some PAPs excludes liability coverage for. Option A, injuries to pedestrians. Option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Option C, damage to other vehicles. Option D, injuries to passengers. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury to family members residing in the same household. Some states allow an exclusion for injuries to resident family members to prevent collusive claims. Question 85. Extended business income coverage begins. Option A, when the physical loss occurs. Option B, after the business reopens and covers reduced income during the ramp-up period. Option C, before the loss. Option D, never. The correct answer is option C, before the loss. Extended business income covers the period after reopening when income has not returned to pre-loss levels. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 86. A leasehold interest coverage form covers. Option A, the building owner. Option B, a tenant's loss of favorable lease terms when a covered loss terminates the lease. Option C, only the landlord. Option D, only mortgage lenders. The correct answer is option B, a tenant's loss of favorable lease terms when a covered loss terminates the lease. Leasehold interest covers a tenant's financial interest in a favorable lease when a covered loss cancels the lease. Question 87. A monopolistic workers' compensation state. Option A allows private insurance for workers' compensation. Option B requires workers' compensation to be purchased from a state fund. Option C does not require workers' compensation. Option D allows self-insurance only. The correct answer is option C, does not require workers' compensation. Monopolistic states require employers to purchase workers' comp from the state-administered fund. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 88. The named non-owner auto policy provides option A, physical damage coverage for all vehicles. Option B, liability coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle. Option C, comprehensive coverage only. Option D, collision coverage only. The correct answer is option D, collision coverage only. Non-owner policies provide liability coverage for drivers who don't own a car. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 89. An umbrella liability policy provides option A, primary coverage. Option B, excess liability coverage above underlying policies. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option A, primary coverage. Umbrella policies provide additional liability limits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 90. In property insurance, at what point must insurable interest generally exist? Option A, only at the time of policy application. Option B, at the time of loss. Option C, when the premium is paid. Option D, both at application and at the time of loss. The correct answer is option C, when the premium is paid. For property and casualty insurance, insurable interest is required at the time of loss. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 91. A utility services endorsement covers option A, business interruption from utility failure. Option B, damage to utility equipment. Option C, utility bills. Option D, only power outages. The correct answer is option C, utility bills. This endorsement covers business interruption and property damage from interruption of utility services. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 92. An emergency adjuster is option A, a permanent employee. Option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an independent adjuster. The correct answer is option B, temporarily licensed to handle claims after a catastrophe. Emergency adjusters are authorized to handle catastrophe claims temporarily. Question 93. Ordinance or law coverage in homeowners policies. Option A is automatically included with full limits. Option B is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Option C covers all code upgrades. Option D has no limit. The correct answer is option B, is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Standard HO policies provide limited ordinance or law coverage. Question 94. The cross-liability coverage under separation of insureds. Option A prohibits suits between insureds. Option B allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Option C eliminates all coverage. Option D only applies to individuals. The correct answer is option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Cross-liability means the policy covers claims by one insured against another insured. Question 95. The PAP's duty to defend provision means the insurer will option A pay all claims regardless of merit. Option B provide a legal defense against covered claims. Option C only pay settlements. Option D defend only criminal charges. The correct answer is option A, pay all claims regardless of merit. The insurer has the duty to defend the insured against suits for covered claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 96. Bobtail coverage provides liability insurance for option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer. Option B, a tractor when it is driven without a trailer, deadheading. Option C, only cargo. Option D, only physical damage. The correct answer is option A, a tractor when it is pulling a trailer. Bobtail, deadhead, coverage applies when a tractor is operated without its trailer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 97. Blanket insurance means option A, insurance covering only one item. Option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Option C, insurance with no limit. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Blanket coverage provides a single limit that applies to multiple items, locations, or categories of property. Question 98. Employer's liability insurance, Part 2 of workers' compensation, covers option A, statutory workers' compensation benefits. Option B, the employer's liability for work-related injuries not covered by workers' compensation laws, example, loss of consortium claims. Option C, property damage. Option D, automobile accidents. The correct answer is option B, the employer's liability for work-related injuries not covered by workers' compensation laws, example, loss of consortium claims. Employer's liability covers claims outside the workers' compensation system, such as third-party oversuits and loss of consortium. Question 99. The abandonment clause in a property policy states, option A, the insured must abandon damaged property. Option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. Option C, the insurer must accept abandoned property. Option D, the insured can demand the insurer take the property. The correct answer is option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. The insured cannot abandon damaged property and demand the insurer pay the full policy limit. Question 100. An additional insured under a CGL policy is typically added by option A, automatic provision. Option B, endorsement, often required by contracts. Option C, the agent's verbal agreement. Option D, no formal process. The correct answer is option D, no formal process. Additional insureds are added by endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct.